Every episode of NPR's It's Been a Minute podcast starts with a question about how culture shapes our lives. Are we spending too much on other people's weddings? Is social media bad for your mental health? We're here for your right to be curious. One big question at a time. Follow It's Been a Minute wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello and welcome to Car Talk from National Public Radio with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers. And we're broadcasting this week from the Ahead of One's Time department here at Car Talk Plaza. Now, it turns out that once again, while we thought my brother was just another moron, we found out that he was just way ahead of his time. And we're going to need some background. You'll have to tell us the story, the original incident.
All right.
And when it all happened.
The original incident.
What was the year?
It was way back. It was another millennium.
Yeah.
I had just graduated from college.
Many decades ago.
Many decades ago.
The galaxy far away.
And I was obliged by the laws of this country at the time to perform some kind of military duty, which involved either volunteering to go into the Army for like years, or to go into what was called the Army Reserve, which may still exist. What do I know? And that required that you go to 6 months of real active duty with the real guys
We did the push-ups and all that
the guys who were in for 2 or 3 or 4 or 20 years, right? So there I am. I go to this place which is completely foreign to me. I mean, this is not my style. You don't sit around drinking cappuccino when you're in basic training. So we go through all the business. We run, we jog, everyone pukes every day. We eat in the mess hall. We do all this stuff. One of the parts of the operation that really troubled me was we had to fire rifles. Ooh,
Right.
I mean, what? Come on, what is that? The worst part, however, was every time you shot the gun, you had to clean it. We took the thing apart, put it back together. I learned how to do that.
Right.
So one night we're doing night maneuvers, and we go out in the dark, and we go to the firing range, and we're supposed to be lying down in the mud, and every once in a while some kind of a thing 150 yards away is supposed to pop up, and you're supposed to shoot at it. And then they look to see if you hit it. Now, what did I give a damn if I hit it or not? It was, who cares?
What are they going to do? Send you home?
They're not going to fire me, right? So there I am. It's pitch black, moonlight, starlight. And I'm lying there saying to myself, I fired this gun just once, and I'm going to have to spend 2 hours cleaning it.
Yeah.
I says to myself, if I don't fire it, who's going to know? Even Sergeant McNeely, who knew everything. I said, how's he going to know? There's 100 of us lined up, lying on the ground. I said, what he's probably doing, he's watching us, and there's a recoil, of course. When you fire the thing, boom, it pushes you back.
Right.
So I lie there on the ground, and I start doing bang, bang. I mean, I had to give myself the message that the thing had fired.
All right, that was your motivation.
So I'm saying out loud, bang, and as I say bang, I'm recoiling.
Got it.
And I figure from the back, who the hell is going to know? Right? Bang, bang. It was great. I said, I've got this deal beat. All of a sudden, I hear in my ear, I mean, like his mouth is right next to my right ear, and he's leaning over me, evidently, good old Sergeant McNeely, and he says, Private Magliozzi, what are you doing? And I say, oops. And, of course, he hit me over the head and told me to start shooting. So I had to clean the gun. But I thought it was a pretty good idea. I mean, I wasn't hurting anybody. That's the background to the story. No, that was 50 years ago, right?
Well, let's fast forward to the year 2000. London, Reuters. Boop, 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 boop. British Royal Navy recruits are being ordered not to fire live shells.
There you go.
Instead, they are instructed to shout, bang! It is all part of the Ministry of Defense's drive to save money, but sailors say it makes a mockery of their training. It's like being a kid again, playing cowboys and Indians in the school playground.
It's okay by me.
It's a sad joke, and sailors are disgusted. It makes you ask what the Navy is coming to. But you, Frank, you were just...
I was 50 years ahead of my time.
50 years ahead of your time. Just say bang.
That's it.
I can see it as a bumper sticker now.
Just say bang. I see it too.
Anyway, if you want us to look into your future or your car's future, call us at 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255.
Private Magliozzi.
What the Sam Hill are you
What
doing?
are you
Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, guys. This is Linda from Apple Valley, Minnesota.
Hi, Linda from Apple
Linda,
Valley.
Apple
And
Valley.
The snow is gone.
Wow.
So the ice fishing season is officially over, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Wow.
So what's going on, Linda?
I've got a big problem. A big one.
Yeah?
I have a 21-year-old daughter who is home from college, and she may be riding in the death trap at this very moment.
Uh-oh.
And although I get mad at her sometimes, I don't want anything bad to happen to her.
Certainly not.
Until we got to get to that stage in life where she starts doing nice things for me, which I figure is about 30 years from now.
Wait a minute. Let me just tell you.
Yes.
She's 21, huh? See, my son is 19, and he actually has started doing nice things for
Oh,
his
no.
parents at 19.
Is there something wrong with mine? Is it because she's a girl?
Well, I'm wondering. I don't know. Is there a gender difference here?
I don't know. We should commission a study on this.
We should. I mean, there must have been one already. But I just wanted to let you know. So your daughter, if she hasn't started already, could be behind the times, in which case we'd have to institute some kind of punishment.
Maybe I shouldn't fix this car she's in after all.
Maybe.
There you
We'll
go.
we'll let you know.
Well, we had a wonderful Honda Accord 1988 car that was never, ever going to die until it got taken to one of those drive-in, get your oil changed, get your fluids topped, and drive-out places. And apparently the 18-year-old kid who only worked there for 2 weeks before he got fired must have put in some strange fluid into the brake system because 3 weeks later the brake system is gone, and we took it into a different drive-in real quick and get your muffler changed kind of a place. And they said, there's a strange fluid in here, and they showed us it, and it's in a cup in the garage because my husband never throws anything away. And they said the entire brake system needed to be replaced, $1,400.
I believe it.
Well, we put the car in the garage for 6 months until the daughter came home from college a couple weeks ago, and the math classes must have paid off because she said, there's 3 cars, there's 3 people,
And they
I
were all
should get
set.
one.
Yeah.
So we took it to the mechanic on the corner, like the real mechanic, and he said, you don't need to replace every single thing in this car. You just need to flush out the hoses and replace the master cylinder, and it'll be $450. So we did that. And now people are telling us, no, at any minute you could have no brakes, your kid is in jeopardy, you really have to replace every single part of the brake system.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, the 18-year-old kid who
Was
made the
acting
mistake.
as an agent.
Exactly. And that operation, that company should pay for the $1,400 bill.
Well, I called them, and they said, no way would we do anything like that. And I said, let me speak to the guy who worked on our car. And they said,
We
we
fired him.
him after 2 weeks, but not because he put stuff in the wrong hole in a car.
Oh, no. Well, I think
No.
if you went to court, you'd win hands down.
Really? Even
Absolutely.
with no proof?
Absolutely. We've lost easier cases than that. so I think if you did take them to court, or even the threat of going to court would make them pay up.
Really? So you think we should get tough, huh?
I think you should get tough, but I think you should also replace everything. I mean,
Really?
Well, I think so, just to be on the safe side. On the other hand,
Well, everything doesn't mean, I mean, you don't have to replaase the rotors.
no,
Well,
the
let me
pads.
tell you what they said everything should be.
Yeah,
the calipers, the hoses, the master cylinder, the wheel cylinders, the bleed the hydraulic systems, and resurface
That's
the rotors.
everything.
Well, the rotors
Yes.
don't need to be resurfaced unless that's
Right.
unrelated to the problem.
The rotors are unrelated, but all the other stuff definitely should be done.
Oh, boy.
All the hoses, the calipers have to be replaced. And this guy who just replaced the master cylinder, that ain't enough.
Well, it may be. He may have ascertained that the contamination didn't reach down to that level.
Okay.
I would just change the wheel cylinders, actually, because they're
They're
real cheap. The calipers, I would certainly take apart, and if they look all right, then you could have it put back together, or you can
Just buy a new one
or
for
just
that
buy
one.
yeah. You know, but I think to be on the safe side, I would replace everything. But I would, the first step I would take is to go back to these guys and tell them, after much consideration, you're going to sue their pants off, and you would like them to pay.
I can get mean if I have to.
Good luck.
Yes, thank you guys.
See
I
ya,
love
Linda.
I love your show.
Thanks for calling.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I like the business of, well, he's not here anymore. We fired his little sorry butt.
But not for that.
But he was great. He was
Oh.
a great employee. We loved him for those 2 weeks.
Hey, do you remember the probability puzzler that I introduced last week?
What's the probability of that? I mean, what is the chances that I would remember anything
Is
from
this
last
possible
week?
to have negative probability?
It is.
We may have to make an exception in your case. We'll be back in a minute.
This message comes from Wise, the app for international people using money around the globe. You can send, spend, and receive in up to 40 currencies with only a few simple taps. Be smart. Get Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. T's and C's apply.
Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert brothers, and we're here to talk about cars, car repair, and the answer to last week's puzzler.
Had to do with probability, I understand.
Probably. This was really geared for the kids in the audience, but since Berman had such a tough time with it, we said adults were eligible to work on it too. And it is a probability problem. There's this baseball team
I remember
that
it.
consists of 20 kids, and at the end of the season, the coach decides to have a barbecue at his house. And when the kids arrive, the coach says, listen, I know how your kids love your team and all that, but you can't wear your hats at the barbecue. So they all toss their hats into a pile. And they fill their little faces with, hot dogs and hamburgers and the like. And at the end of the party, they all reach in, and at random, they grab a hat, and each one puts a hat on his head. Mm-hmm. And the question is, what's the probability that 19 out of 20 of these kids gets his original hat? This is a classic case of a little knowledge being a dangerous thing.
Yes.
I have no idea how to solve that problem, but I do know
That the answer is zero.
the answer is, in fact, as difficult as it might be for 20 out of 20 to get their hats, it's even harder for 19 out of 20 to get the right hat.
Yeah.
In fact, it's impossible. Because if 19 kids get the right hat, that leaves only one hat and one head.
Right.
And it must belong to
The wrong kid.
the other kid.
Right.
Louis just got it. All right, Louis.
If one kid's got the wrong hat, there's got to be another kid with the wrong hat.
It's
It's
got
as
to be.
simple as that.
Exactly.
And that's why I got the answer so fast, because I didn't do any calculations, because I don't know how to do any calculations.
Anyway, who's our winner, Tommy?
Oh, winner! The winner is David Crump from Penn Hills, Pennsylvania, and for having his correct answer selected at random from among all the correct answers that we got. David will get a $25 gift certificate to the Car Talk Shameless Commerce Division on our website, with which he can get a copy of our Father's CD, Why You Should Never Listen to Your Father When It Comes to Cars, which is a perfect Father's Day gift, by the way, provided your father has already cut you out of the will, or there's no will. So congratulations, David, baby.
Anyway, we'll have a new, I guess you'd have to call it quasi-automotive,
Thank you, mister. Thank you, man.
quasi-folkloric. I mean, it's folkloric, automotive, has to do with physics,
Ooh,
chickens,
really?
and it'll come up.
All of those
in
things.
in the third half of today's show. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you can call us and ask us any questions you'd like
About anything.
about anything. The number is 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
This is Kim calling from Nashville, Tennessee.
Kim, how are you?
Good.
Long time no see.
Real long time.
Yeah,
like
very.
never.
I've only been to Boston once, and it was February, and I said I'll never go back. It was way too cold.
No, no kidding.
You ain't kidding.
Still that cold. Anyway, what's happening?
All right, I have an 87 Toyota Tursel that has a pretty good ADD problem, acceleration deficit disorder.
Oh, really?
And I've heard you rant on more than one occasion of the fact that you shouldn't use a high-octane fuel unless you have a high-performance engine.
That's true.
Well, we didn't say you shouldn't. We probably said you needn't.
Well, yeah, that it would be throwing your money away.
Well, and puts more pollutants into the atmosphere, and yeah.
Okay. Well, then how do you explain then the fact that when I put a high-octane fuel in this car as opposed to the cheap stuff, it seems to have a little bit more power and doesn't make as much engine noise?
No, you're right. You are not imagining it. In fact, when you put the premium gas in, the thing is performing better. And it's performing better because your timing is off.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And when your timing's off, if it's someone must have done this because you complained about the lack of power.
Yeah.
So your
And someone
mechanic
advanced your timing.
said, I'll shut her up. He advanced your timing 5 degrees, and you said, hey, not bad, except every time you accelerated hard, the thing would ping. You'd get this like marbles in a coffee can noise. Except kind of.
Yeah.
Except that when you put the premium gas in,
You
it
don't
doesn't,
get the
it
ping
doesn't
anymore.
do that. Because the premium gas has what's called a higher ignition point, and it has a less of a tendency to knock and ping. And when you get smoother combustion, you get more power. So you can continue using the premium, which is going to cost you like 25 cents more a gallon.
Right.
Or you can have the timing set correctly, and it won't ping, and you'll get almost as much power. And I would opt for that.
Okay.
And setting the timing on this thing is tricky. If I'm not mistaken, this has like 3 vacuum hoses going to the distributor.
I don't know that.
I'm making this up, but tell me if it sounds good. and they must be removed and plugged in order to time the thing.
Okay.
And it's very easy to put them on the.
And it would be good to put them back where they came off of.
It would be. It's
is your
imperative.
point.
And
Yeah.
it's very easy to put them in the wrong place.
Oh.
So make sure that the vacuum hoses on the distributor are on correctly. There's a little vacuum routing diagram under the hood, or there should be.
Okay.
And ask them to double check the timing, because I bet you it's at least 10 degrees off.
Cool.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Thanks.
And with that 25 cents a gallon that you save, you'll be able to buy a new car like any day. See
Good
you,
luck,
Kim.
Kim.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello, my name's Stan Mitchell. I'm calling from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hi, Stan.
How are you?
From Lost Wages, Nevada.
That's right.
What's shaking?
My wife insists on turning the air conditioner on in the car when we're on the freeway going about 75 miles an hour. And I tell her that we might pop a belt doing that. She thinks I'm nuts, and I always tell her to put the clutch in, let the engine go to idle, then turn the air conditioner on, and then get on down the road. Am I nuts or what?
Yeah.
I am nuts.
Yeah.
Well, we got a letter about this, and some guy had the same opinion as you, that the thing should not be engaged when, in fact, you're moving at high speed, because you're taking a compressor which is just sitting there, and all of a sudden
You're
making
asking it to spin at 3,000 RPM.
Right.
right? And it seems contrary to all the laws of nature, and it seems it's something that's destined to ruin the compressor. So we agree with this fellow, and a week or two later, we get a nasty letter from the NAIA, National Air Conditioner Institute of America, or some such thing. And they contend that, no, first of all, most compressors do cut in and out. In fact, many cars now have a wide open throttle cutout. So when you floor the gas to try to pass,
Right.
in order to gain more power, it cuts out the compressor. And then
okay.
and then what happens when you back off in the gas and the engine is still going at 4,000 RPM?
It just kicks back
It
in
kicks
again.
the thing back in, and they contend that you're not going to do any damage to the compressor. Bear in mind, however, because they are the NAIA, they are in the business of selling
And
new
fixing.
and reconditioned air
Compressors.
conditioner compressors. So, I mean,
Right.
certainly to be on the safe side, it would be nice to engage the compressor only when the engine is turning slowly.
Right.
But I think in the giant scheme of things, I wouldn't be too worried about it.
My concern was popping a belt out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, the truth is, I think theoretically what you say is correct. On the other hand, it may have such insignificance, such a small probability of happening, because don't forget, nobody else on the planet, except you and the guy who wrote to us 10 years ago, has this theory. Everybody else, the other 180 million drivers, are just flipping the thing on whenever they feel like
Yeah,
it.
it's hot. Turn on the AC, will you? I'm dying in here.
And none of their serpentine belts have jumped, broken, or done anything, nor have their compressors broken for the most part.
Yeah.
And so the likelihood of it really doing any damage is so small as to be not worth arguing with your wife about. I mean, with a buddy, you can argue about stuff like this.
But not with
and
your
you will
wife.
have all kinds of discussion about the theories and forces, but not with your wife.
Well, see,
no.
guys tend to choose battles like this with their wives because they think they can bamboozle them with things like F equals MA. And you throw a few equations around and your wife says, I give up. I don't
Right,
care.
I
So
didn't take that
Whatever
course.
you want to do, hon, you just do it.
Well, she's not doing it anyways.
No, right. Well, she knows.
No, she's not going to
In
anyway.
fact, worse than that, when you're not in the car, she's turning it on, off, on, off, on, off.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. And
All
don't worry,
right.
you should always carry an extra serpentine belt with you. Just to be on the safe side.
It's unlikely that it's going to do any noticeable damage to anything. Very unlikely.
Okay.
Although, theoretically possible, but you don't want to be theoretically right. It's not worth it.
All right.
It's no fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ask those Pons and Fleischman guys. See you, Stan.
Okay, thank
Hey,
you.
thanks for calling, Stan.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, it's time to head off to Camp Coffee Cup for a minute while we give our stations a chance to do some business.
You mean this is where they thank the people who sponsor the show and all that stuff? Is that right?
Well, no, this is where they call them and personally apologize. We'll be right back.
This message comes from Wise, the app for international people using money around the globe. You can send, spend, and receive in up to 40 currencies with only a few simple taps. Be smart. Get Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. T's and C's apply.
Ha! We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to discuss cars, car repair, and the new puzzler.
Quasi-automotive involves chickens, is folkloric. That's what you said.
I said all that stuff.
You said that
The
just
heck was I thinking?
in the first half of the show. Or
Really?
the second half. Not in the third half, because this is the third half.
Oh, and this is the time we're supposed
This
to do
is the
puzzle.
time you're supposed to come up with it.
All right,
Now,
here it is.
go ahead.
You remember the story, the bridge of San Luis Rey,
Oh, man.
Thornton Wilder?
Oh, the
Well-
first chapter of that book was maybe the best writing I have ever come
Right.
across.
Went downhill fast after
It did,
that, and
yeah.
so did the people on the bridge.
Chapter 2 stunk.
Well, this story is the bridge of Tom and Ray.
Yeah.
In Borneo, there is a bridge connecting two islands constructed of bamboo lashed together with hemp. And it's been used for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Pedestrian traffic, vehicular traffic,
Vehicular.
both directions.
Really?
Except the bridge has a weight limit. It's 4 miles long, this bridge. Has a weight limit of 20 tons. So one day, a truck pulls up to the bridge, ready to cross, and the officials stop him, and they say, we have to weigh you. And so he drives onto the scale, and the truck is full of, I think, pigs, sedated pigs.
Oh, this is not the old chickens flying in the truck thing.
Sedated pigs,
Sedated pigs.
yeah, pig iron, and dead chickens.
Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
And with the driver on the scale in the truck with all the, he weighs exactly 20 tons.
What
So
are
the guy at the
chances
other
of that?
end gets the signal and he waves off traffic. Everyone has to stop.
Yeah.
And the bridge is emptied. And this guy is allowed to drive over the bridge. You got it? He's just making it 20 tons. Just right at the limit. You with me?
I'm with you. Yeah. Yeah.
As he drives across.
I know he's not going to make it.
Oh, no, he's done for. As he drives across, a sparrow begins to follow alongside
No! No!
and begins to hover
Oh, man!
over the truck,
Yeah.
flapping its wings. So he's halfway across the bridge, and there's the sparrow
Yeah.
flying alongside the truck and now over the truck. And just when he's a little beyond the halfway point, the sparrow lands on the truck.
Bummer!
What does the driver do to keep the truck and the sedated pigs and the dead chickens from plunging into
The abyss.
the abyss? Now, if you think you know the answer, write it on a postcard or a 500-gallon redwood hot tub with micro-massaging jets and hydraulic butt scratches and send it to Puzzler Tower, Car Talk Plaza, Box 3500, Harvard Square, Cambridge,
Our fair city.
Matt 02238. Or you can email your answer from the Car Talk section of cars.com. If you'd like to talk to us, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255.
78 too.
Just another
That's
twist.
a nice one.
Lawyer on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Kara calling you from Monroe, Michigan.
Cara, like C-A-R-A?
K-A-R-A.
That's what I thought.
That's
from,
close.
From where?
I'm calling you from Monroe, Michigan, but my car is in South Carolina.
Oh, broke
Is it?
down, eh?
Where in South Carolina are you from?
I live in Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia. You know, that's an important city there in South Carolina.
They make the
Capital.
bicycles there.
They make-
I had a Columbia bicycle when I was a kid, yeah.
So did I.
I didn't know
It was
that.
the same bike, you knucklehead.
I wondered where that bike went. So, Kara, what's up?
Well, I actually work in Clinton, South Carolina, and I was giving final exams at Presbyterian College where I work, and I went to go get gas on an empty tank,
Yeah.
and I filled it up with what I thought was gas, but it actually was water.
Huh?
It
Really?
was water in the pump.
Oh.
100% pure water.
Really?
Yeah, so I didn't get very far. I got across the street.
Did you get back to the gas station and explain this to them?
Well, what? No, actually, they found me. They called around town. It's a small town. They called around and tried to find out the car that was taken that wasn't working very well, or I don't know how they
And
found
what
me.
town?
but
What town was this?
This is Clinton, South Carolina.
No kidding. So they tracked you down
Yeah, they did.
because they
Nice.
knew that they had a problem.
Yes.
Boy, you know that wouldn't happen in Boston.
No, I
Oh,
don't think
are
so.
you kidding?
Because I'll tell you, the first thing that would happen is they would try to hide the fact and deny.
Yeah,
if you
you're
came
right.
back with pails of water in your hand and said, "Look, I just drained these out of my tank. I was here 5 minutes ago." They'd say,
Never saw
"Oh
you
no,
before."
that's impossible." And the reason they do that is they do that stuff is they're afraid of the consequences.
Yes.
But in Clinton, South Carolina, they are honest people.
Yes, they are.
That's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
And it
Yeah.
and it basically says that big cities have ruined the world.
Yeah.
Is that it? And I'm convinced that big is bad no matter what it, unless you're an elephant. And that's the only case where big seems to be okay.
For the most part.
But everything else that's big is probably not good.
Except for the guy that has to walk behind the elephant.
Well, you got to have a big shovel. So why are you calling us, Kara?
Well, actually, my car is running again.
Yeah.
And you know, my mechanic says he thinks it's great. It's not going to cause me any problems. Then my father, my father-in-law, my brothers, their friends all say, "Oh no, it's not going to last now because there's going to be corrosion in the cylinders and grit." I've heard this word grit too, that there's grit in there somehow.
Well, we have a CD, which you maybe have heard of. It's called Why You Should Never Listen to Your Father When It Comes to Cars.
Or other guys.
And this is one of those situations.
Okay.
Yeah, grit. I mean, when you drink water, do you
Yeah.
have grit stuck in your teeth?
No.
I mean, how bad is the water in Clinton, South Carolina?
well, yeah.
Come on.
It's not
So the
that
grit story is bogus.
great. Okay.
And what were the other stories?
The corrosion in the cylinders.
Corrosion in the
Corrosion?
cylinders.
No.
Well,
No,
you should
first of
point
all-
out to them that water is the primary product of combustion.
Yes.
There's water in there all the time. And don't forget what's going on in there. Explosions, combustion. How long could the water be there if there was water?
Turns into steam, it comes out the tailpipe. And the fact of the matter is that there are many engines which actually add water by water injection to the combustion process to improve it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
however, it is bad to have water, for example, going through your injector nozzles.
Yeah.
And I would hope that
You
when they
cleaned those.
when they drained out the tank, they flushed out the lines. They probably, as a precaution, put in a bunch of dry gas,
Yeah.
which is alcohol, which absorbs the water. And if you didn't drive the car for days and days with this water in the tank,
No, I got across the street.
then
That
chance
was it.
then you did
I was able to cross the street.
you crossed the
but that
street
was it.
and it conked out.
Yeah, and then it just quietly
Well,
died.
she was on fumes. That was good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, so all these guys who gave you advice, they're all full of baloney.
yeah, I don't think you didn't. I don't
Every
think you
single
did.
one of them.
Okay.
Including Dad.
Yeah, and maybe
Okay.
including us too, because
And
we're guys too.
We're guys too, so what do we
All
know?
right. Okay.
But
So-
wait a minute.
Yes.
Before you go, what do you teach there at Presbyterian
I
College?
teach math there.
Math?
Yes.
What kind of math?
Oh, you know, calculus, this and that,
Yeah?
algebra.
Calculus.
So these are all kids who now will be able to calculate the area under a curve.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
wonderful.
know the slope at any point on that curve.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
And when will they ever be using that, Kara?
Well, if you need to know the instantaneous velocity versus the average velocity,
Yeah.
you would need some calculate.
And that's important. You know, my brother needs to know that when he drives his MG because his average velocity is about 0, but he has been known to have a positive instantaneous velocity from time to time.
Yes.
But Cara, if we like asked just a rough random sample of like 1 million people when the last time was that they needed to know the instantaneous slope, what would those million people say?
Huh?
Those
You're
million
stealing their
people-
money and teaching them junk that they'll never use.
But she has a job.
Uh-oh.
See,
Go back to Presbyterian College and tell them that you quit.
resign. I'd resign tomorrow.
That's right. In fact, well, you can make a Ford statement. You say, I know that the stuff I'm teaching is complete bull and people will never use it, but I just can't stop.
Well, now I probably won't get hired back. So
Well, you won't.
I won't
Well-
be asked back after.
But see, the trouble is if you don't take the job, some other bozo with a PhD.
So you might as well keep it.
Yeah,
you might as well
All
keep
right.
it and keep teaching that area under the curve. You never know when
You
it'll
never
come
know
in.
when
Somebody's
you're
gotta
going to bump into it.
Yeah, somebody's got to do
Good God, what's with the American education system? Are we a bunch of morons to allow this to happen? Come on, I'm fed up with it. Fed up, I'm telling you.
He didn't take his pills this morning, but he'll be all right.
I'm not taking anymore.
He'll be-
I'm not going to take the pills
it.
anymore.
You need to settle down. son.
Yes, you are, Tommy. Or those guys with that funny jacket will be coming in to see you
And
again.
they won't be selling ice cream.
No, they won't. See you, Kara.
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
God. Calculus.
Well, it's happened again. You've squandered another perfectly good hour listening to Car Talk. Our esteemed producer is Doug, the subway fugitive, not a slave to fashion Berman.
Wait a minute. We need a better name than that.
Yeah, how about cute? Our associate producers, Frau Catherine Pickle Fenolosa, and Louis Cronin the Barbarian. Our engineer is George Hicks. Our senior web lackey is Doug the Old Gray Mayor. And our technical, spiritual, and menu advisor, just back from the California Free Lunch Open, is John Bugsy Lawler. Our public opinion pollster, Car Talk, is a production of Dewey, Cheatham and Howe and WBUR in Boston.
And even though Madeleine Albright wonders whether the Alien and Sedition Acts could be reinstated, whenever she hears us say it, this is NPR, National Public Radio.